crypto, and over 100 stocks. Now, at AAAFX, you pay no commission on any Forex pair using their ECN Plus account and low commissions on cryptos and stocks. Plus, you can deposit with cash or crypto, get a free VPS with deposits over 5K, and easily integrate the well-known copy trade service Zulu Trade. While you're waiting for the stream to start, go and check them out by clicking the link in the description, comments, or visit AAAFX.com.
What is up, guys? I hope everyone's having an amazing day. Let me do this real quick. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if y'all can hear me okay. So what we're going to do here, obviously this right here was the, push we had about, what is that? I'm on the 5 minute now, so 45 minutes ago. So we're around the 8:45 time. And yep, that sounds good. Great. So we got news coming at 9:45. So basically we know this is our trend line for breaks heading upwards. I mean, obviously we got a dot to dot there, and then you have another dot to dot here, which would give you a push for what's heading up that way. So it looked like that right there. So what I can do is buy stop. That basically bam. So what happens as far as sales are concerned, if we look at this daily and zoom in, I mean, we went and touched literally that swing low right there. So that would make me think that we are in that wick fill of the daily, which is all of that right there. So if we go down to the 5, technically, we need to break out of this. So that is a high risk entering inside that gray box. And then for sells, I mean, it would be anything that enters outside of right here. So, I mean, you would have, 10 pips below that, which would be 29, 639. So if we want to be prepared for that, we would be right here. So you see there's 48, 47. So we'll drop it down 10 pips right there. And then that's what we're looking for, is a break of anywhere of the zones. Obviously, if you were up taking trades, you had some nice moves right here just by taking, this dot to dot right there. You had that drop, and you would have been able to just take this. And as soon as you had that other swing low, right here, you'd have caught that little move. You got knocked out, but you'd have caught that move. You'd have been safe. Another dot to dot break there. Another break. So we'll see what happens. That's about it. So we got a video coming out on YouTube today, as well as my Instagram account that'll be showing you some of my results from my small account trade that I got hit up with people wanting me to trade. Basically, it was, I don't know why that's 400. Sorry, hold on a second, guys. I'm trying to see why the quality on this is 480. It's supposed to be. Yeah, I guess that's about right then. It's already done uploading, so I'll be sharing it here just a little bit with you guys. But yeah, you had a lot of messages coming through on, Instagram, on my Telegram. Basically, Andy, you're always trading a big account. You're always trading a big account. It makes it easier for you to do it. If you're trading a smaller account, it would be much harder for you to do it. So, I said, all right, cool. I'll trade it. So I opened up a little $1,800 account. I traded it in 2 hours and ended up making like $7,200, $7,300 on it. So documented the whole thing, recorded videos, whatnot, yada, yada, yada. So it's already done, posted on YouTube. So if you just go to my YouTube channel, in about another probably 35 to 45 minutes, you'll be able to watch it. So I'm doing the same thing today, with this little account that I have here. It's only $1,253. And just showing people what can happen with, a smaller account instead of these big accounts. I think it's you take things being out of reality for some people. If I'm trading a 6-figure account or $1 million account or whatever, it's not reality for a lot of traders. So by doing it this way, obviously it's some people have a $1,200 account. Hell, if you've got a funded, $15,000 account, that's basically what you're trading anyway. No trades at the moment. I literally just got online. I got up at like 9:20. Looked at the chart and was like, yeah, that was a big drop after London, which was beautiful. The 30-minute drop looked great. Just bam, and then fell. That was a 1,000 pip fall, which that was obviously not London. That was the close of day before yesterday. But that was a beautiful fall. Your London falls right through here. It was actually right. Let's see, we're 6 or 12. Thank you, babe. Yeah, right there's your London fall. Yeah, it was $7,200 and some change in roughly 2 hours, like 2 hours and 3 minutes, 2 hours and 4 minutes. Knowing the craft of trading, that's the big thing. It's what I've always preached. Once you figure out how to trade in terms of $100 account on pennies, you learn how just to leverage what's in front of you and take advantage of the positions. So like I said, I got the whole video. So it's like a 3 or 4 hour video. I went and chopped it up for you guys, and I even showed the deposits, showing the withdrawals. Like I show everything, because there's a lot of people that take these small accounts. You'll hear these small account challenges of I took 10K to 50K, or I took 5K to 100K. And it's like, that's cool and all, but was it a real account? Are you showing where you withdrew that money? Are you showing the withdrawal of that money? Are you showing your trade history of that? Are you showing everything that's there? So it's actually like, yes, this really happened. So that's what I wanted to do with this. So, everything's there, from the downloaded trade history report to the withdrawals to it hitting my Coinbase account, to the trade setups themselves. Everything is there. So Nathan, as soon as this meeting's over, give it like 20-30 minutes and go to my YouTube channel and you'll see it. Sell stop is setting at 29,635. And don't forget, we got news at 2:00 today. So, obviously, we're not going to sit here and wait till that time. So just keep that in mind. No, I was just trading US30. That's it. And that's what I try to tell people all the time is, if you can figure the skill set out, the size of your account does not matter. Obviously over leveraging will matter. Like right now, $5 a pip on a $1,200 account is technically over leveraging. But I also will know that, if I get knocked into a position, that position's getting in drawdown of $200-$300, I might want to just cut it off. And once you figure out the moves and how you want to run that account, then that's just what you do. My YouTube channel is just Andy Peters. Buy stop is at 29,892. Excuse me. And obviously, you put in that trade, bam, 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 to come up. You could probably stack somewhere through there too if it breaks that trend, maybe. because your 30, I mean, your 30-minute dot to dot, as far as, I mean, if you just use that as the anchor point, I wonder what that looks like if we throw it's not terrible. So yeah, I mean, if it'd be nice to see that. I mean, here's the danger. I mean, there's a lot of people shorting right now, so there's a lot of people making money, which I'm super, super, super proud of everyone. But we went back, I mean, tapped right there, which is at the top of pre-COVID. This is COVID right here. Oh, that's COVID. We start tapping into this area right here, in that low 29,000 range, we're in trouble. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We are in trouble at that point. And it's not a good look for our country. But I mean, there's not much we can do. I mean, at that point, it's like, this is where we're at. So if we just go to the base of that swing high and look at our 5-minute, I mean, we're not far from it. So that's another area we want to keep in mind. If we get into this sell, we've roughly got about 79 pips, and we're going to protect it hardcore, because that is a heavy, heavy zone. I mean, that's pre-COVID. Yep, I just moved it. That is pre-COVID numbers right there, fellas. Down, down, down. All right, let's see here. Let's see, so 29, 790. So it is the swing high, swing low on MT5 that we use on Carbon Capital. And then you can find something very similar to it on TradingView called pivot points. It's not ideal, but it works. Austin, I'm right there with you, bro. It is it's not healthy for the economy. It's not healthy for small businesses, large businesses, your typical workers. I mean, this is, you start looking at luxury, which no one's feeling it. I mean, I say no one, I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of people that aren't feeling it in their wallet right now because, they've got a little cushion, or their job isn't impacted yet. But, take your car salesman, for example. Some of your car salesmen are beginning to feel it because people are unloading their cars. The economy for thriving is not, jumping on. Houses, I mean, dude, used to in our area, a house lasted on the market for 1 or 2 days, and people were coming in with bids that were 5 to 10% over asking. Now drive down the road, houses are up for sale everywhere. They're not selling as fast. You've got, housing rates that are going to be going up even more. You've got cost of goods that are going to be going up. Let's say luxury services, if we tank anymore, you'll start seeing luxury services go away. When I say that, now obviously there's going to be people that are always going to be able to afford, landscaping and pressure washing and detailing cars, because I mean, there's still that 1%. But for your average Joe, where gas and groceries, everything's going up, they're cutting their hours at work, or they're a waiter or a waitress, and people aren't coming into the restaurant as much, or people are tipping less. You start to feel it. So now people aren't doing those things. So now the landscaper who quit, his corporate job to open up his own business to make extra money because the money was better, is now kind of stuck. The guy that was running, electricity or doing all this mess to all the houses, working for a construction company or we're a developer, that developer is going to slow down. The work is going to slow down. So it could be a bad move. So leveraging non-30 year besides US30, are there any other pairs that I trade you can see at the bottom of my screen, I mean, GU, GJ, EU, ODU, CADJ, NZD. I look at all of them. The problem is they're all either in a massive range or a massive consolidation. So I'm just not trading. I mean, I hate that QTS. I mean, for me personally, I like the daily and the 30-minute. When I'm on lives, I'll drop it down to the 5-minute just to see how it's going to react, which, I mean, we're in such a small frame here. We can do this and just kind of see. Yeah, there we go. 9:45. Go to that 5-minute, consolidate a little bit. Went to the bottom of the gray box right there. Yeah, you guys be sure to like the video, click subscribe, turn on the notifications. Let's get some movement in here. And here's the thing, guys, too. I will say this. It's Friday. There's news at 9:45, which is happening now, and there's news at 2 o'clock. This is a high risk move. The only reason I'm even attempting to trade today is, one, because Cam wants me on Trade Nut. So here I am. Two, I've had a good week. I mean, on the small account, I'm up $7,200. So, for me, that's pretty damn solid. So if I were to lose, $1,235 on this account, I'm still up $6,000 for the week on the small account. My big account was a really good week, and I'll be sharing everything from it. I'm sitting at oh man, my TP hit. I didn't even know that, guys, until right now. My TP hit on my EU trade that I've been wanting so bad. It finally hit. So it's been a really good week. Last week on a big account was $707,000, $46,000 in swap fees, $819 in commissions, which puts it at $660,217.85. I cannot believe that TP was hit. That is amazing. I've been waiting for that forever. Wow. Excuse me. That is wild. EU TP hit. Man. Guys, I've been holding that trade for a long time. A long time. That's amazing. Well, that makes me feel good. Do you get to write those swap fees off as a business? No, I don't. I don't get too crazy with my taxes. It's one of those things where, a lot of people get crazy with it and all this mess and try to find the write-offs. And it's like, man, if I push a button, like just this week, that right there, $600,000. So that means, on my taxes on that, I always pull out 25% no matter what, just so I've got it sitting there. So, at 25%, it's like, yeah, I'm going to pay $150,000 in taxes. Okay. Then that means that I got to sit down, hang out with my family, my wife and kids, and push a button to make $457,000. I don't think no one's going to complain about $500,000, even after paying taxes. So I keep it very, very, very easy. So, hey, Dustin, I don't use a fib, but my eyes can basically see a fib. So, like, for example, I know that where that lower dot is going to be somewhere in that zone. So, like, if we break that, then we would have entered sells heavily. If we don't, we can reject it, which we just saw that bottom wick go down, hit the bottom of the gray box, which is basically the wick zone. So if you take and if you color with a box from the bottom of that swing low to the base and you draw over, it kind of gives you your rejection zone. So, ultimately, right here, you could have clicked buy. Ultimately, we could have clicked buy right there as well on that rejection. Now, you can play this one of two ways. We're going to use a very, very small entry just to use this as an example, because obviously this is not a big account. But let's say you were to click buy right now in this area, knowing that this is where it rejected off of, your stop loss would be at that swing low minus 10 pips, which is basically where that entry is right there. So, I mean, essentially that's what that's $100 stop loss there. And then your next TP would be your next swing high right there. So you take that TP. So, I mean, this is, $100 risk for a $360 trade, based of it bouncing from anywhere in this area and, pushing up that way. So that's how I trade this gray box on the bottom. And the Fib fans, I actually just started using. I just started using the Fib fans on here just to help people see, like, if you draw this trend line. So if you draw this trend line here and you're looking for breaks coming up, if you tap that trend line, you can see it lines up perfectly with that dot. I mean, perfect. You can see your zones right here. So we did a dot to dot. So dot to dot, and you can see where it broke down here, tap the middle of the Fib fan, tap the bottom of it, tap the top again. So this is where it either taps the bottom and bounces this way, or it taps the bottom and just goes through it. So that's it. So Dan, yeah, you've got capital gains tax. It all about washes itself out because I have my other businesses and stuff that I've got. So when you start mixing the two together in the numbers, if you hold out 25% across the board, then it plays out pretty well for you. And right now, Dan, basically, if you're married, married filing jointly, you're paying around 20% for anything over $517,000. So I should always add that buffer in there, having that extra 5%. I'll just do a cup from Wired, a small one today, though.
Same thing?
Yeah, same thing, just a small decaf. And then I've got to leave here at what time's Olivia getting here?
She gets here at 2:45.
Okay, I've got to leave here before then because I've got to go downtown and pick Sam up before I go to Devious's. Today's the big drop.
Oh.
So I'll have to leave here before you.
Okay. Okay, well, I have to be back before 12:30. Obviously, that'll happen.
What's at 12:30?
That's when she's going to clean the tanks.
Okay. Alrighty. Ms. Lane, you ready?
Yes.
All right, be careful.
She's upstairs talking to Sunburst.
Exactly. So what ends up happening for the whole year, by pulling out that 25%, as soon as January gets here, it's like I already know exactly how much is put aside. So then when taxes are done, if I'm left with an extra 5%, cool. If I have to use a little bit of that money for something else, cool. But that way I'm not worried about coming up with it or pulling money aside. It's already in a separate account. So the best way to explain it is, go to your local bank, open up a bank account, and then you can open up another bank account. You can open up a checking account if you want to with a savings attached to it and use it as the savings. Or you can I just open up a whole account differently. And then if I'm banking at the same bank, I'm allowed to do internal transfers. So like whenever I withdraw this money and it hits my bank account, then the moment it hits the bank account, I log into the bank system and I do an internal transfer from my personal bank to my holding bank. And the holding bank is where I just keep my tax money. And that way it just makes it so much easier when it comes tax time. Money's already there, push a button, and I'm not having to be like, dang, that money's gone. It's like the money was already gone to begin with. It was never mine. I never could spend it. I never could do anything. And it just makes the numbers so much easier. My allergies are getting the best of me today. Mr. John Lim. What are you doing? Oh boy. All right, guys, hold on 1 second. I gotta fix something real quick on an email that just come through. All right, guys, we'll be watching this till about 10 o'clock, and then I have a meeting that I have to get on with. Come on. One second, guys, and I will start looking at questions. Excuse me. Excuse me. And from the bottom of the gray box. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm going to give it about 1 or 2 more minutes, guys. Let's see if we get any movement before I have to jump off here. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Let's see. Come on, little buddy. Give us something today. Check out any questions we may have here. What time is the gray zone? Gray zone's marked up on the 5-minute and then 30-minute and daily. Andy, would you improve stream quality? That's not up to me. That is totally up to Cam. So this is Cam's stream, not mine. So you guys want the stream updated, shoot a message over to Cam on Instagram and say, Cam, get this stream updated. I'm just here on his platform Having some fun on Fridays. Excuse me. Watching paint dry. These questions. No, I'm not. I'm not donating blood today. Matt, I'll shoot you a message directly. No, there's no positions open on this account except for that $1 right there that we took. Only 7 likes. Come on, people. I love it. Yeah, it's it's funny. I looked the other day. I put up. I think I've done almost 5 months of these things every single Friday, and out of every single Friday, we've lost 1 trade. We've had some massive trades on here. We've had like every TP's been 400 to 500 pips. We've had some that were 1900 pips based on multiple entries. I mean, just unreal content. And it's all been done on a live chart, a live account, not even a trading view. I mean, there's a lot of trading view people that love it, but trading view is not showing what you're doing. It's showing trading view is like a coloring book. If I'm coloring on the charts, but there's nothing put behind it, I'm just coloring on a chart. So it's like I've tried to do everything I can, which is good for people that want to learn exactly how I trade and knowing that I'm putting my own money on the line. I'm not hiding behind an EA or a robot. It's me right here in front of people, and it's a proven thing that's really not what people in the industry want to see. They'd rather see other things based on view counts. So it's like, cool, but we're making some really good money and having a lot of fun while doing it. So here I am. Yeah, Fridays are always wild. I never trade. Well, I shouldn't say I never traded really Monday and Fridays. I hate Mondays and I hate Fridays as far as trading is concerned. But when Cam was like, "Hey, do you care to trade Fridays?" I was like, "Well, puts me out of my comfort zone." Puts me out of my comfort zone a little bit. So allows me to come on here and trade and have some fun. And I'm not, and then when I say that, guys, I'm really joking. I'm not looking for, a massive, clout on YouTube or anything like that. It's, when I first started this, everyone was like, "He's starting this for money." And it's like, well, the joke's kind of on them because I don't even have my memberships open. I've got them closed, So I like having fun. And, if me having fun on here allows someone to learn something, or even better, some good trades happen, you can make a couple of bucks. It's like, let's sign me up. Let's do it. That's what it's about. I'm gonna give it till about 10:15. See if we can get anything. So I mean, TP, is if we get into buys above this zone here and then break that aqua zone, I mean, your TP set right here at this red line at the top, which is 30,102. If you were to get into sells, like let's say it breaks this gray zone and we get put into sells, you're just protecting it and letting it run because there's no TP there. You're actually at a daily, and that's your daily rejection right there. It's 29,572. Let's see. Andy, do you give out some of your trades? Actually, every trade that I take, every single trade I take is giving out. So every single trade I take is either done live in front of people, or if I take the trade, I post it in my private Discord. But it's just not a screenshot of a trade I took. Like, I have a reasoning for taking that trade. I've posted that reasoning to the group. Very transparent in what I do with that, Nathan. So, and then and all that stuff is just in my private Discord. I post it up on Instagram from time to time. So my Instagram is just at real Andy Peters. But, I realize that when I post stuff on Instagram, some people may not see it if they don't have their notifications turned on. So I tell you, if you follow me on Instagram, and I do post a lot of stuff about my family and my kids and us going out and having fun. So some people don't like to be blown up with notifications, but also in those notifications could be a trade that, could ultimately change someone's life. So, if you follow me, be sure to have notifications turned on. And then for others, I tell them, if you're in the Discord, you see everything. There's maybe, out of all the trades I've taken this year, which I added up the other day, since March till present, I've taken 213 trades. And out of those 213 trades, only about 6 of them have been taken offline, meaning not in front of someone. So, I don't think there's too many influencers right now in the market where it's a screenshot of an entry they took, but no one knew about that entry. They've got private telegrams, they got private Discords, they got private groups, they've got private everything, but not another single person knew about that entry. It's like, explain to me how the hell you're going to have your own group and you're going to be a coach and or a mentor to someone, and not a single person knew about that. And then they'll come back with, well, it was just a high risk trade, so I didn't want to tell anybody. It's like, but you just made 180K off of it. They could have taken it at half the lot size and made 90K or even a fourth of the lot size, and made some money. So, I've never understood that. The Discord it's on the Pip Connect. It's a private Discord at the moment, meaning I go through and I accept people based on if I like them. You basically submit a KYC form, so I know you're not a scammer. There's a lot of people that make up fake names, come part of the Discord, and they have a Discord. And then when, their Discord gets on there, they're like, they'll be cool for a week or two, and they start talking crap and they try to start recruiting people. So I was like, you know what? I didn't build a community to do this. So I do a KYC form, everything. But the easiest way to get to it, I'm going to send the link in here just to the free Discord announcement. And in the announcement section, you'll see everything. So the link I'm about to drop will get you into the free part of my Discord. And then you can click on announcements and you can see everything that I've done there. So I'm dropping it in the chat right now for you guys. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. It's good to have you on Instagram now. Sean says, big facts. Andy's legit as they come. Sorry, brother, driving today, but we on here. Awesome, Sean. I love having you, man. Love the car post on Instagram. Thank you so much, Melvin. Yeah, I mean, I like sharing a little bit of everything, I think if you're a trader living your dream, you got to have the total package of life, right? Which is living, which is going out having fun with your kids, having fun with your wife or your husband, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever. It's about living, and I feel like when you go to a lot of people's Instagram nowadays, it's just heavy one way or another. If they're a trader, everything's trading related. They're trying to sell you a program. They're trying to sell you, a new one-on-one. They're trying to, and I mean, I do that from time to time. I've sold, I think 7 or 8 things all year, technically. But it's like, it's heavy on that side. And then you got other that's heavy on just straight cars, and another one that's heavy on just straight partying. And I want to show everything, it's like, I want to show people what I'm doing with my wife and kids and family. I want to show people that I'm a real person. I've got a life that happens. And then, yeah, we'll throw in some cool cars from here in time to time. Yeah, we'll throw in some trading from time to time. But, at the end of the day, I'm just a normal dude that wakes up in the morning. I kiss my wife and kids good morning. We eat breakfast. I jump on the charts, trade live, get off the charts an hour later, and we live our life from, 10:30, 11 o'clock every day until 2 or 3 a.m. We're just living. That's it. And, people are going to see more of that because there's more content that I'm going to be putting out on YouTube, and things like that. That way, it helps people see that, wow, This is life. He's not a influencer, trying to sell me something. He's not trying to promote, building content every single day for an Instagram algorithm to do this. I'm just trying to live my life, So that FVG is not working, bro. I have no idea what an FVG is. I like your trading style. Hope to join your private. Thank you, Marcel. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. I like to have fun with it, and I think it's the video that I've got coming out today is just a fun little video that you guys should enjoy on YouTube because it shows a different side of my trading style. I get super excited. Like, my bigger accounts or large accounts, it's kind of a gimme. People are right when you've got a $1 million account and you're under leveraged entering trades at $5 a pip and $25 a pip, especially on US30. I mean, think about this: you enter a trade on $25 a pip, and you just catch one move, that say goes 150 pips. You're able to lock in 4K on that day. And if the trade goes against you, you don't care because you've got runners that are 20K, 50K. So it does make it. At the end of the day, trading the large account does make it easier, but you have to get there, and you're not over leveraging it. So when I'm trading that small account, like, it gets me fired up because even at $5, $10 a pip, I mean, you're technically over leveraged. So, if you're trading $5 a pip and that thing decides to, give you a 600 pip move the opposite direction, your account's liquidated. I'm talking gone. So it does keep you on the edge, Oh, I was using, so this buy that I have right here, I was showing them what we would do using this as a rejection. So this gray box plays as a rejection area right through here. So I was just showing them, that's why we're in at $1 a pip, stop losses right there, on how you would play this rejection. I was looking at questions through here, so I didn't get in through this right here. I got in right there. But I was showing how you'd play these rejection areas and then using such a tight stop loss. So all the big trades that people have seen me take this year have been these rejections, whether it's from a sell down or a buy upwards, because your stop loss is so low. So, like, for example, if we were to take a sell, based on the break of this gray box, which is our sell zone, so we've got a sell stop right there. The moment we take that sell stop, our stop loss is 192 pips away, which is up here. Okay. By taking this buy that we took right here, which technically we should have taken the buy through here, but obviously didn't click the button in time, and could have waited a little bit. Your stop loss is only 52 pips. So I mean, your risk is cut 3.5 times less. So that's how I mitigate my trades, is depending on where my stop losses are. Which, I mean, granted, this is the 5-minute. Technically, your stop losses should be taken on a 30-minute. So if you're trading the real way on how I trade my big account, if we take a sell right here, then your stop loss right now is 688 pips away for that sell. Whereas if we take a buy right here, our last swing low marker doesn't exist except for right here. So even this buy that's up here, your stop loss is still only 102 pips. And if you zoom out, there's nothing there. So your stop loss is just at the last point of entry that you have there. So buys right now have a smaller stop loss than obviously sells. Does it mean they're going to work? Absolutely not. But that's where the big moves come from. And we saw that from the sells down. We were taking sells all the way from the top of US30. We were taking those sells based on very small and tight stop losses. So like if you were here in this area this morning, right there, this is the market open, okay, which we saw it came up and tapped it. And if we would have been playing a wick area, which we wasn't, totally my fault, you'd have taken a sell up here like this, and your stop loss would have been right there, plus 10 pips, which would have been 28 pips. So you could actually over leverage that trade to make more money because of that. Yeah, a bulk majority of them is a wick fill. And then obviously if we've got a trend line break that we can put with that wick fill, it works really well. What is the name? So it's a free indicator that's on Carbon Capital. So if you go into Carbon Capital on the dashboard, you go into helpful videos, scroll all the way down to the bottom. It's called Lifelines. And there's a lot more to it. It's not just, I mean, the dots give you swing high, swing lows, but if you double click the dots, you'll see it brings up lifelines. So you can add your own EMAs in here. You can have it give you alerts. You can turn on the channel surfer, which is like your Bollinger Bands. You can have inner band and outer band alerts. You have all this stuff. You can go in and customize everything in here. So, I mean, there's a lot you can see out there, carboncapitalfx.com. So there's a lot of information within the indicator that you can play with. I said I was going to stay on here till 10:05, and now it's 10:25, and here I am, still on here. I guess I just love being present. Let's see what happens in the next couple of minutes. Let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see here. Nice. You said yes, carboncapitalfx.com. Correct. I mean, you've got, anytime you see that swing high and you've got wicks that are just wicking up into that area, it shows you that it's a valid zone. Many thanks for your content. Can you suggest some documentation to improve my trading? I mean, if you go back and watch any of my videos on Trading Nut, you're going to see me talk about wick fills and trendline breaks all day long. And that's free. It's up here. Did you already get out of all of your cells? Yeah. So on my big account, all of my cells are out of, and I'll upload a screenshot in the private Discord later this evening, but I'm out of every single cell that I have on US30, which I know is crazy. But it's been a good year on that account. We've got basically one good month of trading. Really nothing happens through November and December. So fingers crossed, we'll see what happens. Hello, Andy. If this drops, what is the next zone? Man, there's really, you've got you have a daily rejection zone right here at this 29,572. And once we get into that, we're into COVID numbers. Like you're playing with COVID numbers, which is just dangerous. So I've not even looked past that one. At this point, you start feeling like you've escaped. Nah, never. You never escape the charts. You're just riding along for the journey because the charts are always going to win, like always. So you're just kind of, hopping in the passenger seat and hoping that your analyst is right, Man, thank you for those. Yeah, I held those for a long, long time. So it was good to get those off the charts. The GBP CAD zone, I don't even have it on my chart. I'll look at it in a little bit, Sean, and throw it up. Do you have your copy trade on Carbon? I do. I have got an EA copy trader on there that runs off of an EA that I keep active. I have the EA turned off at the moment, just with everything going on with the news and the countries and the wars. I turned it off because I did not want to take a chance on something happening to it. But me personally, no. I had one a while back that did amazing. I think we turned like 300 something, almost 400% in a matter of a month and a half. But then if I didn't take a trade, people started blowing me up. If I took a trade and it lost, people start blowing me up. If, I took a trade and didn't hit TP and I just closed out early, people would get pissed off. And I was like, you know what? Forget this. Why am I doing it? It's like, yeah, I get paid 20% of whatever's in the accounts being traded, but I can make that on my own. And I just got tired of people blowing me up. So Biden's America. Yeah, it's messed up right now. So yeah, I mean, with a 1K account, obviously I don't recommend trading US30 with a 1K account. Like, I don't recommend it. But for me personally, it's good to trade a small account every once in a while because people can relate to it. People can relate trading a $1,000 account. People can relate trading a $1,500 account. So it allows me to come on here and just play, with everyone as well, and say, you know what, here, I'm gonna, I'm gonna play on the same ball field you guys are playing on. It'd be like showing up at a local race, and you've got, some pretty nice Miatas and, some Honda Civics, maybe a couple of BMW Z4s or something, and then someone rolls up in a Bugatti or a LaFerrari. It's totally not a playing field that you're relating to while you're driving that car. So every once in a while, it's like, you know what, let's trade a smaller account. Let's get on here and let's feel some of the suffering and pain that these guys do. Like, for example, when I was trading day before yesterday on my small account, I was trying to stack positions and I couldn't because I'd reached, I'd full margin the account in the positions that I wanted to take. And I was like, oh, this isn't good. I'm not used to this. So, it helps. Takes a lot of balls to do this live though, bro. Hats off to you. Thank you so much for that. And that's, I used to do trading on Trading View in front of people all the time. And I mean, we caught some good wins, and I take the trades from my phone. And then finally I just kept getting called out by people, and they were like, yo, if you're so good at trading, why aren't you just trading a live account in front of everybody? Why do you keep hiding behind a Trading View? And I was like, what do you mean? I'm trading on my phone. They're like, well, we can't see that. We can't see if what you're trading on your phone's a real account. We can't see if it's actually your real money tied to this. If you're expecting people to learn from you and do the same thing that you're doing to figure out the market, if it's not real money, it doesn't count. And I was like, man, you know what? You're absolutely right. It doesn't. Well, I'm just going to start trading on MT4 then. So start trading on MT4. And then obviously that led into, Carbon Capital upgrading to MT5. So here I am on MT5 now. So, I mean, man, US30, I always say US30 is a $5,000 to $10,000 account all day. It's just easy, What's up, Jeremy? We got Jeremy in the house. I love it. I said I was going to stay here till 10:30. Now it's 10:32. Before I know, we'll be here till 11. So here's what I'm going to do, because I've got two kids in the house. One's feeding horses right now, but got two kids in the house. I got to get some stuff done with and knock out some, some homework and get Friday kicked off. So guys, exactly, man. That's, thank you for that. It says professionals never feel pressure. And that's the truth. Which I think a lot of that has to do with my background. I was a professional athlete, and I realized that being a professional athlete, when you're out there doing your thing, all eyes are on you, period. The eyes aren't on someone else, they're on you. And you know what? You're going to mess up in front of people, and you can't be afraid of that. And that's what messes up a lot of traders. When people say, hey, trade live, show us all of your history, do a download of your history, like show us the withdrawals. You feel they start getting defensive about it because it's making them uncomfortable. I mean, hell, I've seen like 2 or 3 traders just say, you know what? I'm no longer going to post on Instagram. I'm no longer even going to be on Instagram. And they delete their Instagram, or they go private, and it's because they don't want to show that. It's too much pressure for them, because then they feel like they have to always perform at the top of their level. It's like we're all human. We're going to make mistakes. You can ask anyone that's in my private Discord, and there's a lot of people on this live right now that are in my private Discord. I've lost trades. I've had bad calls. I mean, that's part of it. That's part of trading. But at the end of the day, if you win more than you lose, and your winners are bigger than your losers, then guess what? You're ahead of the curve. So, that's how I look at it. I mean, I've had massive losses in front of people. I was trading my big account, I think back in June or July, and had like a $30-something thousand loss on just one trade. And that sucked, because it was a trade I shouldn't have lost. I let my ego get the best of me, and my ego being my pride for myself, not trying to prove anything, just my own pride, because I wanted to hold a TP. And it literally, some of y'all may remember this, it got with my TP within like 1.5 pip and just kept kind of playing in that area, and I was like, oh yeah, you're about to hit it. You're about to hit it. And before I could even close out profits, it tanked on me. I mean, just tanked. And it dropped down. It was like, it'll come back. It'll come back. We're still bouncing this zone, and it didn't. And, I lost that in front of everyone. It was just one of those things where it's like, you know what? It is what it is. At least I got the balls to come on here, like you said, and trade on a real account in front of people live. There's no hiding. It's here it is. It's either, I do good or I do bad. And, as long as I'm doing somewhat good and can show people or teach, let's do it. Gold analysis, man, I really don't have one, to be honest. I've not even looked at gold, to be honest. Since gold hit my big TP, I've not even paid attention to it. But, you've got a wick fill zone down here at the bottom on the 30-minute. So, if it breaks basically that gray box by 10 pips. So, you get 1641 minus your 10 pips out of that. If it breaks that, it's slamming down this way. And if we can get more bounces off here, then basically anywhere in this area right here, just bounce up. Boom. There's a gold analysis. That's it. We'll see what happens. We'll check back in next Friday and see what happened here. Whoa, excuse me, guys. All right. What's your approach after a loss, though? Man, absolutely nothing. People, if a loss affects your day, then it means you were attached, to the trade or the money you lost during that trade. And you can't think that way. You have to at all times, know that this is trading and you're going to lose. You're going to lose. In trading, you're 100% guaranteed you're going to lose. So you just have to write those losses off and start tomorrow with a new day. What ends up happening is when people continue to get losses and continue to lose and continue to lose, and they continue to lose even more and never sit down to try to reevaluate why they're losing those trades. That's what ends up sucking for them. Are you short in BTC? No, I'm really not. I had some big trades with BTC, some really big trades. And I just kind of pulled away from it. Started being manipulated too much. And I was like, I'm not going to play with it right now. Let's see. There could be a buy here. You could ultimately buy in this, but see, we're out of this wick fill zone. If we look at the 30-minute, this whole wick fill zone is being crushed right now. And it could put us in this and then just bounce straight up. But that is a wick fill zone that we're trading in. That's why I said it's dangerous through here. For really any sell is super, super dangerous in this area. But, it is what it is. And there we go. Now we're in it. And we got out of the bottom of that wick fill zone. And this is the next daily zone. So now all we got is, if it pushes through, cool. If not, then that's your stop loss. And that's following the rules to the T. And there's nothing else you can do. At that point, that's your rules. That's where you're at. You run it. So, well, keep in mind, that wasn't the reason it was entered at $1 a pip was that wasn't our trade. This buy up here was not our trade. I was showing people what would happen if you were playing these rejections through here and how it would play out. This here and this here is the setup. So see what happens today. It'll be fun. Selling at support smart? No, not at all. I just follow my rules. That's all I do. I follow my rules, and my rules win, my rules lose, but across all accounts, I'm up pretty massively this year. So I just continue doing what works, rinse and repeat. That's what I found works the best. How do you detach yourself from the trades? Because I'll take once an amazing trade, I'll take multiple L's the same day and give the same product right back. You're probably sitting at your computer too much. So like for me, I find that if I'm sitting at my computer all day long, I'm going to continue taking trades because you have idle hands. And having idled hands is not good when it comes to trading. Like, you can't have it. Not one bit. Get the trade, get on, get out, be done. $1 million a year. Oh, yeah. I've closed in. I think right now profits are 3.8 mil. And you can go back on Trading Nut and see every trade basically live, account balances. You can see all the fun stuff. It's all there. History, you name it. Just go to Trading Nut, search for Andy Peters, and there I am. But yeah, it'll be well over a good year. Let's see here. So guys, you got that Discord link. I'm going to drop it in here one more time for the people that did not see it. This allows you to get into my announcements channel, which I'll be sure to post in there for everybody. I'll give an update on the trade. And this will be where y'all can see anything that I do announcement-wise in there. And that'll be it. I mean, obviously, I don't want to see it go down far at all into the into the COVID zone. Like, I don't want to see it at all. If it breaks into that COVID zone, that's just dangerous. That's dangerous for our economy. It's dangerous for businesses. It's dangerous for everyone. And I personally don't like it, but that's where we're at, you know. But guys, follow the Discord. I'll give an update on how today turns out, and we'll go from there. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and we'll see you over there. And yeah, Powell not done. Expect it will. Yeah, he's not done at all. It's going to be interesting. We'll keep our eyes tuned to it. We'll give updates. And man, you guys shoot me your trades as well on Instagram. Shoot them to me, tag me. I want to see what you guys are doing as well. I always like to see fellows, win and your analysis and what's going on in your mind. So y'all had an amazing day. We'll see you soon.